Hey everyone, welcome. Jen O'Sullivan here, and I'm going to be talking about something that you might not want me to. How many of you like your wine? Like you consider yourself a wine aficionado, or maybe you are a beer drinker and love your beers. Maybe you just like alcohol in general. Okay, so I know you know alcohol isn't great for you, but there's some of you have followed me long enough to know about my kind of coffee issue, and you guys hate me for it. And here's another one. So I'm just warning you. So, fair warning. Alcohol. Many have believed the lie. I know you guys are probably cringing, some of you who love your wine, that wine is healthy for you. So I want to help you understand some of the potential issues that could be at play here, and then give you some support. So if you are never going to stop drinking your wine, I want to give you some tools that you can use to help your body, to help support your body drinking your wine. Yeah, is that good? So in my coffee talks, I never tell you what to take to support your coffee addiction, right? And some of you are like, wait a minute, I'm not addicted to alcohol. Okay, okay. But your body's addicted to sugar. So, so some of the conversations I've had with hundreds of women over the years is this whole thing of, I've tried everything and I can't lose that last belly fat. I can't, that just, and we always get into the discussion of like wine. I'm going to go out on a limb here and wonder, based on the last couple of years, how many of you might have just overindulged in some alcohol, right? Or you just enjoy that evening glass of wine or two or three or four. Okay, and I'm saying this tongue in cheek only because that's sort of what's going on. It's like I'm just done with the day, right? Anxiety is at an all-time high, depression is at an all-time high. You get done with your day and you just want to sit down, the nice glass of wine, and enjoy yourself like an adult. Problem is that one glass of wine turns into a little bit more and a little bit more, and before you know it, you're drinking a bottle an evening. Okay, some of you aren't that. Some of you are like, nope, I'm good. I can even do a half a glass a night. Okay, so I'm going to kind of talk you through some things here that I don't know, maybe some of you will hate me for it, but at the same time, why on earth would I get onto a group that's this large and want to make you mad? I wouldn't. Think of this as your very best friend loving you so much that she wants to give you a little bit of a truth bomb that's going to hopefully help you. My desire in any time I do a video with you all is because I've been through it or have been with someone who's been through it, and I've seen the massive ramifications, but I've also seen the other side. And I know so many of us learn from making our own mistakes. That's me. But I also know that some of you can take someone that you trust and listen to them and say, you know what, I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna figure this out. Okay, so I want to give you the tools. Is that okay? I hope we can do this together. Okay, so first and foremost, we have to remember that you drinking a glass of wine, you know, you're putting sugar into your body, quite a bit of sugar. So we're not going to get into the whole sugar topic tonight. I've got other topics coming at you, and sugar's going to be a massive one. I will tell you, if you've taken the wellness mapping test, and I hope that you have, and I hope that you would if you haven't, but the wellness mapping test at mywellmap.com, you can take a trial test on there. You're going to see over and over again a lifestyle change that keeps asking you to limit your sugar consumption. And you might wonder, well, why would it constantly ask you to limit your sugar consumption? So let me just read a section for you here. It says, consider lowering your alcohol intake. This is directly from the wellness mapping section on alcohol. And remember, the alcohol yes answer is, are you drinking 4 ounces a day, one glass? Are you drinking one glass of wine or one beer per day? One beer would be more than 4 ounces, right? But are you drinking one glass or 4 ounces. 4 ounces. I mean, some of you ladies are pouring your nice, like big, huge, extra large drinks, right? I know, because I've done it before. Okay, so you're like, in your mind, it's still a glass, but it's like 17 ounces or something like that. Okay, so consider lowering your alcohol intake, and here's why. Consuming even small amounts of alcohol, like 4 ounces a day, on a regular basis is really hard on your liver. It's also hard on your pancreas. It's causing a major, so this might be the thing that might get you. But again, your liver and your pancreas. Some of you are like, I don't even know what my liver and pancreas do. So, well, whatever, right? Who cares? You might care about this one. It causes a major decline in your skin, its elasticity. It causes premature aging. I had a woman today, and again, I don't drink alcohol. I did in blips. I had one blip when I was in college, and why I say blip is blip enough to get like drunk. I typically don't drink. And then one blip was during COVID. 2 summers ago, I was drinking it up. And it was wild to see what had happened to my skin over that summer. So not only that, but my weight gain, my visceral fat, my belly, So here's the thing. It's funny to me. I get comments all the time that I am a younger person. I'm almost 48. I turned 48 this month. So I'm pushing 50. So I wouldn't consider myself in the younger person category. I definitely am considered an older person category, meaning, 40 is over the hill. So pushing 50, that's, so I don't know. I consider myself in the younger person category, but I get put in that category all the time. I got asked by a gentleman last Sunday where my boyfriend was, and he was shocked that I was married. And I said, well, I'm in my 40s. I'm almost 50. And he said, no way, But again, you might think, well, you just have good genes. I don't. I'm going to tell you right now, I have very, very wrinkle prone skin. My sister and my mom can attest to that. They both have beautiful, like olive skin, and their skin, literally like it's one of those things where they have beautiful skin. I got my dad's side. My dad is pasty white with that ruddy skin tone, and he's super wrinkly. Well, I decided many years ago I was going to start using essential oils on my face every day. And I'm not going to use any weird products that have any synthetics in them. So I got rid of all of my products. It was a huge dump of products, like huge. And I decided I'm going to lessen my sugar intake. And most recently, I've eliminated my sugar intake, and I mean processed sugar. But alcohol specifically causes skin elasticity issues. So just think that through. Okay, the sugar content in most alcoholic beverages is something to consider for some of you having a hard time managing healthy weight. Because absolutely, if you're like, I'm pretty healthy, I do everything right, I just can't get rid of those last belly pounds, but you're drinking alcohol, even just one glass, I'm going to tell you right now, if you cut that one glass out, watch the magic happen. Okay. Here's the last thing that I want to kind of share about like the whole problem. And then I'm going to get into the tools that you can use to help support if you're just not going to ever stop drinking your one glass of alcohol. And this one is a hard one, because if you start studying cancer and cancer cells, there are many medical professionals out there that would tell you absolutely all of us have cancer cells in our body. It's just a whether or not those cancer cells are being activated or are growing. So, it has been said that that is a common truth in the medical community, that yes, all of us have cancer cells in our body. It's a whether or not they are thriving and growing or being kept at bay. Okay. With that information, knowing that we have the cells in our body that are cancerous, do you want to feed your cancer cells, or do you want to starve them out? Personally, I'd like to starve them out. I'm not interested in getting cancer. I'm not interested in helping my cancer grow at all, right? If it's a known thing that all of us have it in our systems, it's just whether it's activated or not, then here's the deal. Cancer eats and thrives off of sugar. Processed sugar. Okay, so we have to be careful. I have to be using my words wisely here, but processed sugar. So I want you to consider the ramifications of alcohol. And we're going to get into the whole sugar discussion soon, but the longer topic. So hopefully some of those things like wrinkly skin, your pancreas is getting overworked, so diabetic should not be drinking any alcohol whatsoever. Your liver is getting taxed. That poses a whole host of problems. And cancer thrives and eats sugar. So let's just consider that. Okay, let me give you a couple tools though and help you know things that might help. Like, let's say again, you're like, I feel fine. I'm drinking this organic wine and I'm only having 1 glass a day and I feel okay with that. And you have somehow justified that. Again, if you have any of those other issues, I would encourage you to stop. But let's say that's you. Or for those of you, my heart breaks and goes out for an alcoholic. And we probably have a lot in this group. I mean, alcoholism is something like 1 in 4 people. So if it's you, and I, say a prayer for you right now, Lord, that you would help this person overcome their alcoholism, or even maybe that you're becoming an alcoholic, right? That's another issue as you move forward. Alcoholism runs in my family. And if you think about it, 1 in 4 chance. And if it runs in your family, just stay away from it, right? But if you are one of those people that is dealing with alcoholism, there are some things that you can do that you should be doing to support not only your liver, but your renal system. There's a lot of things. So I'm going to give you a couple lifestyle considerations and then go into some of the supplements and oils that you might consider. So number 1, think about liver supporting foods like grapefruit, berries, red grapes, and cruciferous vegetables. So like dark leafy greens, broccoli, things like that. Those have high antioxidants that are going to help flush your system. It's going to help your liver. We want to do that, okay, for sure. You also want to think about how much water you're drinking, because if you're drinking any alcohol, you're putting a tax on your liver and your renal system, and you want to consider, am I drinking enough water to flush some of that out? So that means, about 1 liter of water per 50 pounds of body weight. So I think if I'm 150 pounds, I need 3 liters of water, and usually putting a little bit of lime essential oil in there, or even like lime or lemon, any of the citrus oils in there, really helpful just to help flush your system.